to make sure that they stay in existence and not be something that folds and fades away. You know, you just can't watch stuff, you know, going down the tube and then just wave goodbye. You can't do
without
that.
it having some impact upon you.
Absolutely.
And of course, what I think the two of us are saying now is that this is one of the elements that will create the kind of unity that we need simply by at least rallying around some of the things that we believe in and some of the positive things that we believe in.
And you know, some people will say, and I want to say this, some people will say that, you know, if a black person got a store, then they're going to sell their products higher. And in some situations they do. So I encourage those store owners, business people to make their products comparable, you know, to the products that they can go and get anywhere else. And then folks to trust in your people that are doing these things, that are in business, and support them. Help them do what they do. I'm in business. I got a clothing business that I do, and I've got a telecommunication business that I do as a home-based business as well. And you know, a lot of people would not support you, even though you got products and services that are even cheaper than what they're paying for, and they still won't support you.
They'd rather pay the higher price.
Absolutely. And that's that fear that you're going to give them a bad product or a bad service. That's that distrust, because nothing based upon nothing else but the fact that you're black.
Okay.
And then there's that envy, because you know, you're doing something that, and a lot of times your success, Dr. Haney, will remind people of their failure, and they shouldn't look at it like that. And they should not look at it like that. They should really, you know, we should really press in as a people and elevate ourselves above the mindset that we currently have and go on and move forward. And when you catch yourself talking negatively about a black person, that they're gonna be late because they on CP time and all that, you have to stop that. You can see, because that mind, that thought process, it got to stop with you, because if you stop it, I stop it, and then that means we don't have that thing to teach to our children or to the next generation. So they'll grow up without that thing. But as it is right now, they're growing up with that thing. They're growing up with that fear, that distrust, and that envy, and we've got to stop it. It's on us. We got to do that.
And I think, as a matter of fact, we are the only ones that can stop it.
We're the only ones that can.
And I think some things that groups and cultures have to deal with that can only be dealt with by those groups and those cultures. Nobody can make you responsible or whatever. It's something that has to come from within.
There's no law that Congress can pass and say black people respect one another, honor one another, do business with one another. We just have to change our mindset, and the way we're going to have to do that, we're going to have to empower ourselves with knowledge of our past and who we are, because, you know, with knowledge of the past, you can, with confidence, chart a course for the future. So a lot of times we don't understand, we don't know our past. There's a lot of young black males out here right now on our streets, man, that don't understand the past. They don't understand the struggle. They don't understand the 60s. They don't understand how that we are not that far removed from when the police were letting the dogs go, the police was, when there was fire hosing folks that was marching for the rights of black people. But now once we get those rights, then we want to squander those rights and living in disunity and lack of respect and trust for one another. And we got to stop that, Dr. Haney. We got to stop that. If we don't stop it, we will never, ever experience the levels of success that we can have as a people. I can be successful, you can be successful, but we need everybody within the race to be successful in their own right. And if we don't break the mindset, then it'll never happen.
I think one of our great politicians said at one time, the rising tide raises all the boats.
All right.
You see, which is say that no matter who we are, that if everybody work together, then whether we're talking about Africans, African Americans, white Americans, Hispanic Americans, and et cetera, the only way that all of us can rise is that all of us have to go together.
We all have to go together.
You can't go and leave anybody behind.
That's
right. And of course, we've got about a minute before we end this discussion in a real sense today, Pastor Walker, and I just want to thank you for introducing this kind of information to us here today, and for having what I consider to be courage to talk about topics that were race-specific and do it in such a way that is for the benefit not only for Africans, but for the benefit for all. Because as the African-American goes, so goes America. There's no doubt about that. That if we suffer, then America suffers. But if we can be successful, then America is successful. And I do believe that America is successful, but America can be much more successful than America is. And I just want to thank you for bringing by that information. And let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.